FCLC Christmas Camp Day 2, where we worked on shooting and finishing, decision making when in attacking overloads. To start the camp, we begun with a speed, agility, quickness warm-up. The players were split into 4 teams and had to work their way through the SAQ obstacles and finish with a small game of tic-tac-toe. This brought in some competition and strategical planning and allowed the players to work with different players that they wouldn't usually work with and see how they work as a team. The next part of the session brought a positional passing pattern. So the ball started in defence, moved to the midfield, then a little give and go was played before the ball was played into the striker. We then moved on to some shooting technique. Players were split into 3 lines. They had to dribble down and shoot before joining the back of the next line. We looked at finesse shooting, so using the inside of the foot, heel down, toe up, trying to strike across the goalkeeper, and then striking with power, so using the knuckle of the big toe with the toe down, striking through the centre of the ball with a decent follow through. Players were encouraged to look at the goalkeeper's position before taking their shot and take their shot dependent on the goalkeeper's position. This then progressed into player 1 dribbling down and shooting, turning, playing a give and go with player 2 before they shot, and player 2 would turn and become a defender for player 3, who would have then the defender to think about and the goalkeeper to think about. Finally, we finished with an expanded small-sided game. So here the players are split into 3 teams, and it was mainly about attacking overloads. So players would attack in a 6 versus 3, and then teams would have to score. If the defending team won the possession of the ball, they had to play to their central zone player. The ball was dead for the attacking team, and then they would attack the opposing end. Players were encouraged to make quick decisions, take their shots early, penetrate as soon as possible, and we also looked at the angles and distances of supporting teammates. Teams were also given different scenarios to try and motivate them in different ways throughout this drill. Today we only had a small scrimmage at the end, so there were no recordings from the scrimmage.